Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, and oh look, we're straight into it. No, overarching story thing, no catch up, just straight into the next chapter. And the castle of Mulan, is being invaded. Yes, that is Mulan, as in, Disney Mulan is the first thing. Though if Mulan wasn't this castle, Mulan in Fire Emblem would totes be a sword master, there's no question, or a Myrmidon, one of the two. I would say she would fend them off, but then again, they have a knight there, and, well, just go what happens, yeah. Anyway, we're introduced to Eirika's BFF, Tana, who is she is such a princess. Like, she's a lot more naive, she's more upbeat, she's more girly, so to speak. In a good way, just like, she's a lot more childlike, whereas Eirika's a bit more mature, and Thingy's way more childlike, which is fun. Oh, that guy got fucked up big time, and no, that doesn't count because that's scripted. But what's kind of funny is that Innes, her brother, who's Ephraim's BFF pretty much, or rival, is kind of like he's kind of an extreme version of Ephraim, where he's kind of angsty and really kind of like just a bit cold and really, 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 really competitive. Whereas Ephraim's a bit of a hothead, but not massively. He's a bit more mature. And it's kind of funny how the two twins are more mature, but the two of the siblings, their BFFs are way more over the top. Like Tana's more girly and Innes is more tomboyish, or just boyish, if you will. I don't know if I mentioned this in the other part, but yeah, Sacred Stones has more detailed sprites. There's just extra bits of shading around like their hairlines and the lighting. But what's also about Sacred Stones, what I think graphically which helps it, is there's a lot more custom sprites now, like the boss sprites and just the enemy sprites. They're a lot more varied and a lot more unique. Because this game has demons, so you've got the demon sprite. So that's why I think it adds to the presentation. Blazing Sword really didn't add much onto Blinding Blade, whereas I think FE8 is a step in the right direction. I mean, the maps kind of look similar, but with the character portraits and some of the new animations and just some of the new battle sprites, you can tell there's a bit more detail. It's the little things, but you do notice it, and I think it is very nice. So yeah, Eirika's like, motherfucker, we're going to retake Mulan. Seth is like, I don't condone it, but you're the one in charge. I mean, to be fair, I could easily take the castle, so I don't see why you're not condoning it, but anyway. So, there's not much to say about these chapters in the game, because they just kind of serve to go the player on. But I will say, and I've said this many times, Sacred Stones, I think it has the best first 8 chapters, or just first 8, well, the setup, like the first third of Fire Emblem as a whole, because I think it does a wonderful job at getting player engaged in the story, introducing the characters and establishing the motivations, getting you accustomed to the game without doing a tutorial. It just tells you, you just get the gist of it pretty quickly, and just stuff like that. I think it's really, really good in that regard, and that's one of the reasons I like replaying Sacred Stones a lot, because those first 8 chapters are just so damn fun. Oh, and Eirika's up. And she dodged a 41. Very nice. So I'm used to... there goes the crit. There's another one. This is going to be interesting. Oh, I'm getting Wendy flashbacks, because Wendy was like that too. She would just crit like fucking mad. The only difference is it's not taking Lin long to crit at all. She's just straight in there. And here we have 2 brand new units. Well, France we already saw, but here we have Gilliam. Oh, man, Gilliam. I'll talk about him soon, but... So, yeah, they're coming to help out. So we get a cavalier and we get a knight. So far we've got 4 units. That's good. The game introduces the units to you at a pretty steady pace, I'll say. You get for the first things, you get 2 per chapter roughly. For the first 5 or 6 chapters. 5 chapters, you get 2 per chapter. Which I think is cool. It's rather than just 1, it's you just get a good amount of them, so you can experiment with both. So let's talk about the brand new unit. So first, let's talk about Franz, who is fantastic unit. He's one of the best units in the game because his availability is extremely high. I know, looking at Gilligan's stats, we'll talk about him later. His bases are really good, especially for level 1. Is he level 1 Cavalier? Yeah, level 1 Cavalier. His bases are really good. In fact, in the Japanese version, his strength, speed, and HP are increased by 1, so and his growths are strong too. Just not as big as Seth, but just kind of built kind of similarly, and it's got 50% speed growth, so that's good. So yeah, France is just really strong, and he's a mounted unit, of course, and, he's outclassed by Seth, but if you want to just, you can solo the game with France, potentially, because he is just that good. I mean, his bases aren't, he's not pre-promote starting out, but just for a base unit at level 1, he's really, really fucking good. So he's a unit that is incredibly reliable. Just stick with him and you'll be fine. If you want to use France, go for it. He's fantastic. Oh, no crit this time. And I like Franz. He's one of my favorite. I think he's also one of the best cavaliers in Fire Emblem. I might be wrong, but in terms of just being a cavalier, not paladin, just a straight cavalier, I think he's one of the best. So now there's Gilliam. Gilliam is a typical knight. He's built like a knight, high defense, high con, high HP, high strength. His growth rates, they're overall pretty solid, like, 30s, low 30s for like, skill, speed, and like stuff like that, but high for HP and defense, which is, fine. I will say Gilliam does gain, like, more so than most other knights. His promotion bonuses are really good. Mainly because in this game you've got branching promotions, so you can approach different classes. So Gilliam gets General and Great Knight. Generals in this game got quite the buff because they get Great Shield, which pretty much makes them invincible, and on top of axes they get access to swords. I mean, they still have the low movement, but they're much more versatile now. And Great Knight, he just gets extra mobility, so that helps. So it does help. But Gilliam still suffers from, all the trappings of being a knight. So he's still lance-locked, and he still has the low thingamajigs. I mean, for what it's worth, as far as knight goes, he's not like Oswin or Effie good. He's just kind of in the middle. But he's not like Binding Blade bad or, any game before that and stuff like that. I just think he's kind of in the middle as far as knights go. He's not the best, he's not the worst, he's just alright. But I'm going to be using the fuck out of him because he's my favourite knight in Fire Emblem, mainly for his character. So I will be using him a lot. I mean, for what it's worth, because Sacred Stones is an easy game, and I'll talk about this more in the next chapter, with units that aren't that great, it's not, like, the flaws, like, aren't as apparent because, oh, fuck, wow, you hit the wrong person, bitch! She's just getting nuts, these crits. I think this is, like, the 5th one. I could be wrong. And another level up, now her res and defense are the same. Cool. And she got a weapon level increase. That was relatively quick. So now I can use the Steel Sword, which I probably will for this guy, unless I crit him. Which she does. Fuck me. Eirika, you're going nuts. But yeah, so as far as the teams go, well, Franz I'll be sticking with because I love him. Gilliam, most likely, I'll see about Amelia because, because I know a lot of people like Amelia and a lot of people like, use the, I have that whole thing of using the bad unit. And even though with Sacred Stones, like Gilliam and Eirika aren't that good, they're not like Amelia bad, who's like, yeah, he was, thingamajig. Even then, the thing about Amelia is that even though she is an awful unit, I swear, if you look at her bases, like, it's worse than Wendy's and stuff like that. And I think her growths are worse too. I could be wrong about that. But, but because the game is so easy, it's not as noticeable that she's dreadful. Again, you put her in any other Fire Emblem game, she'd be fucked. But yeah, so I probably have to use one of those bad units just because it's tradition. But here it's not like, having a bad unit isn't as jarring, I find. Just because it's such an easy game, so yeah. Franz like, you're alive, Franz. I expected no less of your base stats. Like, Sir Seth, yes, why are, I have a question. Why are the enemies still around? I thought you could have all dealt with this. Seth's like, I didn't feel like fighting. We've got to let Eirika train herself. But isn't her protection our #1 priority? Shut up. Don't badmouth me again. Or do you want to face me in combat? No, I apologize. Yeah, got it. Oh yeah, talk to Eirika and Seth. Yeah, one thing I have noticed about the cast of this game, and this will appear, one thing I was thinking about this day before this started, the cast of this game, the age difference and the whole theme is very, like, juxtaposed in the sense that, like, most of the, like, one half of them are, like, not just young, they're really young. I mean, granted, you always get young characters in Fire Emblem. I mean, we had fucking Nino in the last game. But, like, and the other casts are much older, and again, we have old characters too, but I feel a real, like, student mentor vibe with, this game. We'll see it in the next chapter of like Ross and Garcia. But like, Eirika and Ephraim are young, and then you got Duessel who's older, and like Seth who's older, and Gilliam who's older and got shit level up. Well, someone had to get one. So I'm having Seth whittle his health down because I don't want thingamajig. And you've got like Franz who's young, Amelia who's very young, and like even then Franz is kind of a mentor to her. And you've got Nimi who's extremely young, and Colm who's young, and stuff like that. And you've got other characters like Larachel's quite young, but I think Dolzer's quite old. And like Sailor's quite old, but Ewan's very young. There's a real like master pupil type vibe this game has going, I find. Even with like, just like even the villain, so to speak. That's the thing. Yeah, it's just stole his Iron Lance. Now Gilliam goes in for the kill. It's knight versus knight, and that one has the advantage. But I have 1% crit, even though I didn't land. Yeah, that's something I noticed about this game. It could just be me reaching, but I don't know. I just noticed that in Sacred Stones, the cast it's a lot more juxtaposed. Like, it's not as like just evenly spread out. It's like you're either really young or you're really old, and seize the throne. Yeah. And Tana's back. Yeah, especially, like, Tana's not helping because she's like, I don't know how old the cast is. I think they're meant to be around 15 or something. I could be wrong. But, like, you know, it's just they just seem, like, so innocent. But I think that kind of helps in the theme of the story of, like, maturing and growing up and becoming an adult. Because Eirika and Ephraim, their lives have been, like, totally turned upside down. They've got to take up on these responsibilities. And a lot of the, like, the kids and stuff, like, because of their homes have been burnt down or the demons are invading, they've got to step up to the mantle and, you know, grow up. You know, that's kind of the theme that Sacred Stones is going for, this theme of growing up and maturity, especially because, like, with the relationship with Leon, the main bad guy, and, like, how things go, it's like, you can't, like, sometimes friends don't stay friends forever, and, you know, what once was childhood doesn't apply to being an adult. Yeah, this game can be deep sometimes. So, we finally make it to the castle, that was quick. And we see Tana's father, who helps us, but I don't remember him fighting at any point in this game. Yeah, though they did say in the thing that he dotes on her a lot, so, you know, doting father. Which would explain why she acts like such a girly girl. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just a bit... It's a little late when I'm recording this, I'm a tiny bit tired. Yeah, and unfortunately, things don't look well for Eirika's father. Yeah. If only Seth was there. Seth, you fucking failed me! It's like, he ordered me to go. Yeah, but you're the one who keeps going on about how good your base stats are. You and Ephraim. Why, if your base stats are so good, why couldn't you solve this? Eirika, our base stats may be good, but have you seen the enemy levels? Don't give me that bullshit. I've seen your numbers, Seth. Don't fuck with me, you ass. God, if my base stats wasn't so shit, I'd fire you straight away. And Eirika's secretly like, ugh. I have to do this whole thing by myself. And by myself, I mean I had to be accompanied by other units, because God knows I can't solo anything. Ah! So, speaking of Eirika, God, I've turned Eirika into such a spiteful person. It's funny, because she's one of my favourite Fire Emblem lords. We'll get more into why later. I know I think at this point everyone knows she's not the worst. I mean, we all know Lynn's worst as far as gameplay goes. Character-wise, Eirika suffers from the same thing Celica does for a lot of people, where she makes one dumb decision and like, no, that's it, I hate you. Or I just don't like you. For me, I don't know. I just like Eirika because she has that naive, like, youthful kindness to her, but she's not like... to the point where Tana is, where she's super naive or super girly. She is more mature and she is quite headstrong and stuff. And I do like in some of her supports, like, again, this idea of just maturity and stuff and trying to fend for herself and become an actual, like, a ruler and a fighter. And just stuff like that. You know, it's very much Eirika has to grow up, and she does, but she still keeps hold of that kindness and innocence in her heart, but it doesn't overshadow who she is and doesn't ever get for the most part, doesn't get the best of her. So yeah, we got 2 new units, Vanessa and Molder the Boulder. Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that next part, but we're busy for a moment. Yeah, Vanessa the Pegasus Knight, Molder the Healer. Yeah, so unlike other Fire Emblem games, which kind of like, I'm thinking like FE6 did it, where you got like 4 units in one chapter and get a lot. This one, it gradually builds up with it. And I think that's kind of Sacred Stone's pacing as a whole. The game moves at a very gradual pace. Like, they don't really throw shit at you. It just moves along steadily, which is probably why the game is so easy as well. The story moves along steadily. You know, it doesn't feel rushed. And it's like, it's very easygoing game, I'd say. Especially for Fire Emblem, it's a very easygoing Fire Emblem game. And we get 5,000 gold. Bitch, where's our 10,000? I want more. Yeah. I swear to God, if Tana joined us right now, that'd be great, because we'll have to take it's chance tonight to talk about her. But Tana, when she joins, her base is fucking hell. For a Pegasus Knight at that level, fucking hell. Why don't you join us now? I mean, come on, you and Vanessa just flying around, that would have made the game so easy. Yeah, and just Tana's trying to come to grips with, you know, thingamajig. It's a sad time. But again, it adds that mystery, because it's like, it makes no sense. We're friends with the prince, Thingy was a good guy, what's happened all of a sudden? I'm trying to think what happened. Did someone poison a goblet again? Because Anne was the feel, fucking hell. Stop putting poison in goblets, ugh! First poison in the button and poison in the goblet. It's poison everywhere. Fuck. So anyway, that's it for that part. Thank you all for joining me. Thankfully I was able to talk about everything and wasn't rushed too much. But next time we meet, we're moving forward. We're going to see some of the more, the moral grey of the story, so to speak. We're going to get 2 new units, and yeah, we're going to just take it from there. But until then, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you all next time. Take care and have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.